You are just the channel, the vessel, the artist, but God is the creator. Those are the words that have really been activating me the last few days. They came to me, I felt them, I sat with them, I contemplated with them, and I felt them to be the way that I see the whole just being the creator, being the artist of your life. And I felt that that was the key to a lot of the messaging that I have been saying here in different words, but this more clearly said what I've been feeling. The words came to me. I found the right words to say what I've been feeling for these last few months. And I've been sharing these words on my Instagram, TikTok, in shorter videos and on the YouTube shorts. And I got a comment that said that I was wrong, but I wanted to not explain myself, just give my perspective of how I view it, how I truly view that we are the channel, the vessel, the artist. You are the vessel, the channel, the artist, but God is the creator. And like I mentioned in a shorter video, I said that that was a key to why I feel like I was led to talk more about being the artist of your life, that is, partaking in the art of loving, than being the creator. Because I always wanted to leave room for God. I always felt that I didn't want to take over that all of that creative control. Like that creative control, all of it is not mine. Yes, I and you play a part in that creativity. It is a beautiful co-creation, but I simply am not the creator of all things. Am I a part of the creator? Yes. Am I from that abundant source of love, of abundance? Is that source within me? Yes, but I am not all of it. There is something greater leading me, something greater guiding me. And it's beautiful to see it that way because that allows me to rest in the fact that there is something greater than me leading me, guiding me, supporting me, something looking out for me, that I am not alone in this. I feel like the view of me being the creator is a big responsibility to have on yourself. And it also feels a bit lonely to not have something greater than you to converse with, to seek guidance with, to commune with, to rest with. That is a big responsibility. And so that's why I believe that there is something greater than me being the creator. I am not the source of it all. But do I play a part in what gets crafted and created here on earth? Yes. But it is my responsibility to awaken to that knowing, awaken to that truth, that I play a more conscious role here on earth than I think I do, that I am being guided by these creative ideas to create something here on earth, that the ideas I get are not random, but they come from a divine source, that that source of creativity, of the creative ideas, gets like channeled into me. I am that vessel, the channel for that creative idea. And then as the artist, I am able to put those ideas out into the world. And it's not just about ideas of like crafting art pieces, artwork. When I talk about the art of loving, it is not just being the artist that creates art, that creates paintings, that creates poetry, like I have with my poetry books, but it is about creating love in every moment. And that is a choice to awaken to that consciousness of of that consciousness of empowerment within you. That it is not out of your hands if you choose it is not out of your hands if you choose to spread more light and love in this world. It is your choice. It is just a matter of awakening to that choice and becoming conscious of the steps, the actions you are taking. And do you choose to listen to the limitations of your mind or to the potential of expansion that your heart is whispering you to unlock within you? that whisper of your intuition that is in connection with God, in connection with something greater. And so in my book, my poetry book, because I am the artist of my life that also creates art, so in my poetry book, Helping People Breathe, I talk about that potential of creativity. And towards the end, there's reminders, shorter reminders that I put as reminders to remind you to activate that remembrance within you, your divine remembrance. And I have these words because for a second I was like, wait, does this go against what I'm saying now? That I'm just the vessel, the channel, the artist, but that God is the creator. And as the artist, I get that idea, and it is my then choice if I listen to it or not. And a lot of the time is not listening to those creative ideas that are leading us to our expansion, our potential, to leading us to truly what God wants us to create on earth. Is I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? It is our responsibility to activate that within us, to see that we hold more creative control over our lives in co-creation with God. And so I wanted to see and elaborate more on these words, because I was like, do they contradict what I'm saying here, that we are just the vessel, the channel, the artist, and not the whole creator? Like, because the comment I got on my TikTok was that I have it wrong, that we are the artist and the creator having an experience. And yes, we do create things in this world. I'm not saying we aren't creators, but but viewing ourselves as the creator, like I mentioned before, is a big responsibility. And I view it differently. That yes, I partake in the co-creation with God, but that the source of that idea comes from something greater than me, greater, that is wanting to birth more love into this world. And I am a channel for more of that love, a vessel to spread more of that love, to just bring more light and love into the world instead of the darkness. And so I have a line that says, I am the source of my creation. And I was contemplating with what I meant when I wrote that then. And even when I wrote it then, I didn't mean that I am the source of all creation, but that yes, my creation, for example, my book, I was the source of that channel, that source where that channel came from. But the idea came from something greater than me. It came in co-creation with God. So I am the vessel, the artist. But and yes, I'm the source of this creation. You can view it as that, because physically it came through me. So, but the source of the idea, the physical creation, I created it, the physical, but the idea, the energetic part of that, where first it was an idea before it was anything else, that idea comes from something greater than me. Hope you're catching what I'm spitting the facts of. And then it says, I am a vessel for the energy of creativity. And that's why those two are right. First, on the first page, it says, I'm the source of my creation. And then it says, I am a vessel for the energy of creativity, because it is an energy. The creation is more of a physical thing. So yes, that creation was sourced from me. But first, the energy flowed through me. And so that's what I mean. And I feel like a lot of the times we are all saying so many similar things, just in different words. But putting that, all of the creative, like not leaving room for God, for me, like I mentioned before, is not the way I view it. I don't want to take full, like, creative control over everything, because it is a co-creation. Having something greater than me guiding me, leading me, is beautiful. Like I mentioned before, it is a beautiful co-creation, and co-creating with God, but also then with the people that get to experience my creations, me expressing myself authentically and spreading love also. Because like I mentioned, it is not just the physical creations, but in each moment when I choose to act and respond consciously in a more loving way, because I feel that God is wanting me to, express myself more authentically in more love and spreading that love, then that is also creating each moment and crafting that moment to be one of love and not of the darkness that I could also choose to create from and react in an angry way. So I keep losing my train of thought in this video, but I'm pretty sure that the main idea that I wanted to get across, I got across. Let me know in the comments how you view it, and yeah, how you view truly being the source of your creations, but also being the vessel of the creative energy. Because you are just the channel, the vessel, the artist, and God is the creator. The creator that gives you those ideas within your heart to spread more light, and even that whisper to want to be more loving is a beautiful thing of awakening to the art of loving, to spreading more love here on earth, so we can just live and create beautiful lives that we love for ourselves, but also for others, for the ones we love, to put those ideas out into the world, those ideas that are in our hearts. And it is by going after those ideas in our hearts that we create a life we love that is beautiful to us, because the ideas are within us, and not everyone has the same dreams, the same ideas, the same creative idea that flows through us. And so I feel like it's our responsibility to wake up to that energy of creativity that wants to flow through us, because then we create abundance in the world by sharing that, and not a lack and deficit, because God wants you to co-create. God wants you to co-create something beautiful here. So what will you co-create with God today? So yes, you can find my book, Helping People Breathe, that I read from today, down below. Like I said, it is about expanding your potential of that creative energy too, and more of that connecting with God, and just the emotions that are stored up in your energy that want to be released in order for you to truly, let your light fully shine. So this is my journey, my poems that I wrote on my journey, with the intention to allow you to activate your divine feeling of self-worth, this divine co-creation. So check it out down below. And you can also work with me one-on-one. All that information is down below, my one-on-one activation sessions. And for longer mentoring, you can also message me on my Instagram. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Like, comment, subscribe to become part of this soul family, and hear what is wanting to be birthed through you. This is a time for creation, and you hold the energy of creativity within you. It is a superpower. It is something beautiful. It is something that allows you to create a life you love, a life you are passionate about, a life that excites you from within. And it starts with hearing what wants to be birthed through you, too. So listen today, listen, hear, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye.